Hello, my name is Jason Madison, and today I'm going to be completing a challenge from the website codeeval.com. The name of the challenge is Sum of Integers from File. What I will need to do is to print out the sum of integers read from a file. To complete this challenge, I'm going to be using C# inside of Visual Studio. And the first thing we're going to need to do is to create a couple variables. One string variable to hold the line as we read it in, and a couple of integer variables, one to hold each line after we convert it to an integer, so we'll just call that number, and one to hold the total of all the numbers, and so we'll name that total. We'll set both of those to 0. The next thing we need is an object to read in the file for us. So to do that, we're going to use system.io.streamReader, and we're going to name that object file. We're going to read in the name of the file as an argument that we get at the time that it runs the file. To do that, I've already done it, but I told Visual Studio for testing purposes to use the name of this file that I've saved into the project file, numbers.txt. And there it is right there. I just created it in Notepad. We're going to need a while loop to run while the file still has a new line. We're also going to, at the same time, use this as the opportunity to save the line to our string variable titled line. So we're going to say line equals file dot read line. And then we want it to continue to loop as long as there's a new line, or as long as line is not null. We want to go ahead and convert the number or the line to an int into our number variable. So we're going to say number equals convert to int, and we're going to put line in there. And then all we need is to go ahead and add that number to our total variable. And then outside of the loop, once it's looped through all of the numbers or all the lines in the file, we want to output the total. So for that, we'll just use a console.writeLine, and we'll output total. Save, and I'll run it using Control and F5, and we get 100. And if we look at our data, these numbers total up to 100. So it worked. Press any key to get rid of that, and let's get rid of some of these using statements that we don't need, just to shorten things up. So all that's left to do is to submit our code to CodeEval so they can test it for us. So I'm going to select all my code, and then I'm going to copy it, go back over to CodeEval's website, paste it in, and submit. Submitting worked. Go to my score, and the status is solved, so it worked. I have in the past completed this using a couple other languages, but today of course I used C#. So there is the code for the Code Eval Challenge, Sum of Integers from File. Thank you very much for watching.